My mother-in-law refuses to use or acknowledge my baby's name. Posted by you/the amazing Loki. I'm seriously at a loss for what to do here. My 33F husband, 32M, and I welcomed our baby girl this last summer. She is our first baby and was conceived via IVF after a long battle with infertility. As such, we spent literal years coming up with potential baby names, and this was our top choice. Her first name is quite unique, but not in a way that we think people would toss her resume because they don't like her name, if that makes sense. Importantly, the name has roots in the Nahuatl language, aka Aztec, and while I am Hispanic, I am not Mexican, but my husband is. Her middle name is also in Nahuatl, though it is a slightly more common name. We also decided very early on that the baby would have my last name and not his. I kept my maiden name after we married, and husband felt that after all we went through, it was my right to have the baby carry my name. His father was also an abusive piece of crap who passed a few years back, and my husband has zero connections to that side of his family, so he had zero interest in passing on the family name. Notably, my mother-in-law remarried ages ago and doesn't have that last name either. Given our complicated journey, I was very superstitious about saying our baby's name out loud before she arrived. As such, we kept the name completely secret from everyone until she was born. Baby's arrival was dramatic and she ended up being born 6 weeks early after I developed preeclampsia, labored for 40 hours, and then had an emergency C-section. Needless to say, by the time she was here, we were so relieved to finally announce her arrival and her name. Husband messaged his mom to let her know me and baby were okay, and sent her a picture of the baby and said, "Meet baby, first name, middle name, my last name." His mother's response to hearing of the birth of her grandchild wasn't congrats or what a cute baby. But rather, oh, I would have named her, middle name, feminized version of husband's name, husband's last name. That's it. Since then, she will only refer to the baby by her middle name. We initially would correct her every time, but after that didn't do anything. My husband confronted her privately and told her to please use her first name. She apologized and said she would, but then hasn't. Won't. All her text messages are asking about baby middle name. Husband corrects her every time. We went to Christmas at her house, and all of the baby's gifts had a tag with her middle name on it. I'm at my wit's end about this, and it has now officially, truly pissed me off. What do I do? How do we get her to use the correct name? Husband has confronted her directly, and we both correct her every time she says the wrong name. Everything else she does is fine, and it seems extreme to withhold her grandchild from her based on this. But also, WTF? Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Holy crap, that would drive me absolutely insane too. At this point, she's doing it on purpose and being passive-aggressive as hell about not getting to name your baby herself. Have you tried just completely ignoring her when she uses the wrong name? Like, don't respond to texts that say the middle name, pretend you don't hear her at family gatherings when she calls the baby by the middle name only. Make it real awkward real fast. Ops response. Maybe I need to start doing that. I did obnoxiously say, "Oh, are you sure these are for baby name? They don't have her name on them," when my husband's nephews distributed all the gifts that were under the Christmas tree. Commenter 2. Ignore her and start calling her by a different name. Oh look, your child's name, it's Donkey. Ops response. Donkey. I'm dead lol. Commenter 3. Consequences. Tell her that until she uses the baby's first name, she won't have visits or contact. Boundaries without consequences are just suggestions. Ops response. Ugh, I hate that it has to get to this point. I just keep feeling like it's so extreme to cut contact over this. But at the same time, she is being so rude for no reason. Commenter 4. What's the big deal about the name for your mother-in-law? Ops response. I have no idea. What's crazy to me is my mother-in-law is Mexican and I am not. I thought she'd be honored, happy that we chose to honor her, my husband's heritage with the name. Husband even explained the significance of it to her. Mind you, my husband is very Mexican looking and she gave him the most basic Caucasian name. Think Christopher James or something. Like. Does she hate that it honors her heritage? I don't get it. Op adds an edit to her post.